Alrighty guys, just under the expedition here, thought I'd show you some stuff that you might like to see. And ow, I think I hurt my foot when I slid up under here, but that's okay. So right here is the transmission pan. There's, I believe, the shifter column, shifter control that tells it what gear to go into. Back here, right here, is the transfer case, and there's more of it. That back over there is the muffler. Here's the gas tank. If you can see it, the rear differential. Oh, bell housing. And there's where it connects to the front. Right there. And then let's see if I can get up into the engine compartment without being blinded. Alright, so right there, I believe, is the oil filter. I'm not 100% certain on that. I believe right there, that tube going into the engine is the fuel. Let's go to the other side, shall we? See what I can see off the passenger side. Oh boy. It appears we have a leak. If you can see, let me see if I can get my ass under here to feel it. I believe, but don't hold me to this, that is leaking transmission fluid. It smells like it. So it smells like it. I'll have to let them know when they get back. Good thing I crawled up under here. Alright. Some more lines, which I don't know what the fuck they do. Grounding wire. And this little HUD right here, I can't quite look at it, otherwise I'll be staring at the sun, is for this little light right here. I think that is normal wear and tear. Also smells like transmission fluid. If that is leaking, sorry for all the ifs and ahs near that gasket, what they should be able to do is just drop this pan right here and put a new gasket on it, and then put new fluid in it. But it also appears to be leaking up here too, from what I can tell. Wow. This is a V8 and that's the size of the oil pan for this thing? That's kind of funny, actually. Let's see here. Well, there's the front differential that turns the front wheels. Like I said, sorry for the ifs and uffs. That's the front diff, which doesn't seem to have that much leaking, although I have to crawl up under there and check it. So now I'm going to go back towards the back and check the back diff and the back parts of the tranny to make sure they're not leaking. If you hear me scream or holler, it's because something scared me under here. Okay, so there's the fuel line. It goes from this big ass line to this little tiny ass line. Oh, actually, that big ass line to that tiny ass line, if you can see it over there, is the fuel filter. Yes, I may have not worked on cars, but I know quite a bit about them. Let's see. This seems to be looking pretty good. This is the rear of the transfer case. Here's the muffler. Oh. There's the rear differential, which seems to be looking good. Alright, now I'm under the running board. Pretty sure these are brake lines. The frame is kind of rusted. Let's see if I can move up here. Ah. Ow. Oh. But that can be a concern, considering if that leaks out anymore, then you might not have a working transmission, or you could burn it up. Either way, not good. Now the motor is kind of actually all concealed up here. You can't really see it unless if you open the hood. So right now, all you can really see is mainly the trans and the oil pan, and mostly the frame, the transfer case, and a couple other little odds and ends. But let's see if I can get up front and see the radiator and check it for leaks. Whew. Alright, so the radiator's right here. Obviously, it's gonna have bugs on it, like most do. Aha! So, here is the front of the engine. I'm guessing that's the oil filter, which if it is, really needs changed. I believe right here where this big pulley is, that is where the oil pan is, because it sits right there, and if you look, there's the drain plug. So it would only make sense for the oil pan, the oil filter, to be right there. I believe that I'm going to take a stab and either say because of the ring on the front of it, it's the air compressor. I'm trying to make sure my parents don't come home. They would shit if they saw me under here. But that, I believe, is the air compressor. Guessing by these steel lines and how they're still kind of cold, these are the air compressor lines. Or they could also run, let me move here, I don't know if you can see it, I may have to get down here, the transmission cooler and the oil cooler. This one has both. So there's really no need to buy an external oil cooler or transmission cooler. I'm sorry this video is kind of long. Just doing a little checkaroo here. Making sure all the parts are in order and in good running condition. Well, I can't actually run it, but you get the gist. Now this thing, I don't know what this is. I've never seen this in a car. I've only seen it in a truck. Here is the front transfer case. I'm going to assume, anyway. And then here, if you can kind of see it, maybe through the holes, you can see the radiator. You can probably see it better through this one. And then obviously, That's obviously the fan. So, but getting back to that back there, I really need to tell them about that, because if that is a leak, which I'm presuming it is, but I'm not sure, then they need to know about that. And look at this, guys. This is supposed to be a towing hitch, right? Or something to pull. Look at the fucking screws that's holding it. That's kind of funny. It really is. Because those screws may look big, but the rust on the body right here and the rest of the screws, one good pull of something heavy and crack, it goes splitting. But just one more time before I run out of video here. I don't know how long I have on this. I'll get under here and show it again. Like I said, excuse me for all the burpings and all that. That was already there. But if I can crawl up under here, I may actually go to the back, the very back, and just show that. See? And when I smell it, it smells like worn off transmission fluid. So, yeah, that can never be a good sign. Alright, so now we're going to go to the very back of the vehicle. Not much special back here. Oh, now, I have no idea why these are here when the brakes currently run up to there. Here's a full-size spare tire. I don't know how good it is. Never had to use it yet. Here's the tailpipe. Shocks. Rear diff. I don't know what else you might be able to see from back here. A lot of internal body that you can see from here. Muffler. You can kind of see the fuel tank from here. If I had to duck down low, I don't think my head would clear the differential if this vehicle started rolling on me. Plus, if you look at the wheels, the way they're angled, let me set it down. You can tell that they're angled kinda this way. So it would end up starting to roll towards me. Which wouldn't be fun. But you can actually see, let me pick the camera up here. If I can zoom in, hang on. The rear part of the transfer case and some of the fuel tank. Alright, so I think I've done enough explaining on this from the underside. And that's about all I can do, so I think that wraps it up here. 13 minutes, wow.